What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Mario here, and today I'm exploring another location, a really nice location. I'm here with my friend Karim.
Hello guys, how are you?
And this is an abandoned convent. So basically this convent been abandoned for so many years. In this place, after being a convent, been as well a girls' school. From what I was reading, it was a court, a sheriff court, and been used for a film. But I will come back to that in a while. I might line some shots because of the places. I was watching that film that it calls Magdalene Sisters, the Magdalene Sisters, that been filmed in 2002. I might do some comparison shots of the scenes from the location, but this place is a little bit destroyed, so it's going to be a challenge. So here is the main corridor from this convent, where one of the scenes from Magdalene Sisters has been filmed. So at the end you can see the window, and you will see on the original, and I will just swap for the original. On the left side you can see this door over here, but you will have a different perspective because of course they are using a cinema lenses and I'm using a vlogging camera, and with the lenses we'll make it that the corridor is actually shorter, but I'm basically at the same distance. Further, when the nuns they are walking towards one of the doors, this is the door where they turn to the right side, well, our left side, but their right side. Okay, sounds good. Sounds creepy, but just win. Look there, some TV, still here TV.
TV used to be there. Just watch out because it can be very dangerous. Push your fucking foot in. You're gonna fucking kill us.
here is actually where it looks like they were filming the dorms, the girls' dorms on the Magdalene Sisters. It's hard to tell if it was in this room, which somehow I kind of have a feeling that it was in this room, but just from the perspective where is the stairs, or if it was in this one over here, but this one somehow it looks a bit smaller for the scene. But I'm now showing you, this is the scene from the film, and showing you now from the other perspective where it was the stairs, this is how it looks like. And you see, somehow has some similarities. Not the door, because the door somehow that it was a fake wall that was placed over there with a fake door. So basically this convent was commissioned in 1881 for the nuns of the Perpetual Adoration, and then completed in 1884 by Messrs. Puggin and Puggin of Westminster.
I think a photo on the stairs will be good. Photo on the stairs will be good.
Yeah,
Kicking it.
and that's a shame. You know, instead of people actually explore the places, they just like to destroy everything, and that's sad. It's a lot of like paint here. I don't know what the heck they were doing here. There's like some paint cans, like varnish.
You can smell the smell.
Yeah, you can smell the paint, yeah. They were doing some plumbing here. They were definitely doing some plumbing. So it looks like here is the electric room. So all the power, and I can see that all been disconnected, because from what I was reading, even back like 2 years ago, like 2022 before the fire, and it was still power, and it was still some CCTV cameras on, and it looks like, honestly, when looking into those electric boards, they look really new. You see, it looks really, really new. Coffee production mark. These kind of rooms, it looks a little bit weird rooms. I have no idea, but it looks like that here it was, they were getting locked in. It kind of looks like
a stool, right?
here, like, I don't know, to be honest, what was actually here. Or just when they needed some, like, a moment of silence, because even now when I'm talking, it's no echo at all. is just because the walls, they are so thick that you can see that it's like just, it's definitely really, really thick concrete. It's metal. You see even the, look at that. Weird. Anyway, definitely this is a soundproof room. This is definitely a soundproof room, and I don't want to get it locked here for sure. The heck? Here is the,
Huh?
here is the bathroom.
That's what he said, boring.
So from what I was reading as well, in this hallway, being reported when it was the girls' school, that the young nun could be seen walking on this hallway. How creepy that is. Imagine, imagine that you are actually in this place at night time, you are walking by and you see, it's like kind of like a shadow, someone just walking by. Weird. Oh, completely destroyed. Completely destroyed.
He told you to go left or something?
Yeah, it was same thing here, like the left, that you can see the window. Looks like. It's a beautiful place. It's a shame that most of it is destroyed, and this is because certain locations sometimes they shouldn't be revealed, because people, when they come to these places, instead of kind of look into the history of the place, they destroy everything, and I can't understand why people do that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Because this place been for sale, I think that it was back in 2008. So been for sale, and I think so that been quoted at the 2.5 million, but no one actually got it. So it somehow it dropped from the state agents. You know, I'm sure that now it's kind of difficult for someone to actually buy this place like that, because even if they will buy, if someone actually buy this, is all to get demolished. Because back 2-3 years ago, all that was still intact, like the roof, everything was still here. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. I just can't understand. why people do that. We have been on the site for how long? I would say like for nearly an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, so all this. So it looks like that I found the place that I wanted to match with from the movie. So that basically is one of the main doors that it can be seen on the film. So basically this was the scene from the movie. So you can see even that window over there, this one here, and the top of the door and the doorbell over there. How cool it is. Really cool. It's actually really cool doing the comparison of like scenes of films that they've been shot on certain places that they are abandoned right now, because my main goal is to actually explore and show you all the buildings itself and talking a little bit about the history of the place. I kind of like to do this comparison and the one that now I was doing on this door over here that was part of the film Magdalene, the Magdalene Sisters, and that I got, I have to say that I took that example of doing that from a big channel that I'm a big fan, that is the Grimm Life Collective. If you know which channel I'm talking about, you know that I'm talking about Michael and Jessica, that they are awesome. I had the pleasure to meet them back in October in one event here in Scotland, and since then, because I really wanted already to do this kind of videos exploring these kind of locations, and my main goal it was to talk about a little bit of the history behind the walls of each place we're going. The fire that happened in 2022 that basically destroyed everything, most of everything what you can see, just like the chapel over there, and a lot of the interior, like the dorms, a lot that been actually destroyed. But apparently one neighbor, he was saying that 12 months ago it happened another fire, which is a shame, you know. These kind of places you want to keep it preserved, and why people keep doing this kind of act of vandalism. That's why sometimes it's better to not disclose the exact places, because otherwise people just have bad intentions. They will somehow do this kind of horrible stuff. But I really like the place. So many other places that we definitely will be exploring. So yeah, guys, for today, that's it. It was a good adventure. Is definitely more coming. Some more places that I have on the list. I'm not going to spoil the locations, but one of them is really cool and it belonged for one really famous person that actually had the house here. Now you are questioning who? Wait and you will see. So, my friend is here already, he's bored. He's feeling bored.
Yeah.
He's
Kind of.
I think that I could see him that he was swiping on Tinder.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get bored.
You see? But yeah, so yeah guys, I hope that you guys enjoy. It's definitely more to come. This somehow is a little bit new for me, this kind of exploring, like doing this kind of videos. So they are still probably not that perfect. I try to make them as much cinematic as possible. I try to get as more knowledge as I can. the thing is that there's a lot of information that you need to absorb if you want to make it like more natural. But to be honest, I have nothing to hide, but I have my notes over here that it's kind of, you know, they are definitely really handy. You know, it's a little bit of the history, and for you to, because you kind of, I was taking a copy of that just last night, and you are not going to memorize everything in just one go, but I try my best. So guys, if you enjoy, please thumbs up, and if you like my content and you would like to follow me here, you can always just push that red button just below, and if you push the bell, you will always be notified for this kind of videos. They can be a little bit spooky sometimes. See you in the next one. Love you all. Peace out.